Dacers now on a hat-trick. Cuts it back instead, and Silva.
Yes, it was horrendous maneuver. Yes, it was an horrendous dive from Fabio Silva, but to be perfectly honest, was it even a dive? Welcome back to Fog Football. Chris Sutton firing shots at Fabio Silva, and he says, people who say Silva dived here are biased. That's a penalty. Putting the thumbs down, the finger down. He's putting the finger down, suggesting that this had to be a penalty. There can be no other options here about it being a penalty. So, personally, right, obviously Sutton's trolling, but even as a Rangers fan, I'm going to give Silva the benefit of the doubt and just say that he tried to stop and got his feet mixed up and fell over, right? That is pretty much what happened in my eyes. But what I will say is, if he ever came out and he's admitted to diving, then that is unforgivable for me. Like, there's no one anywhere near him. There's no one surrounding him. It is one of the easiest goals you've got to score, right? And the only thing I think that makes it almost a bit forgivable as well is the fact we're 2-0 up. The game's won at this point. It's simply just to wrap it up. But, like, you know, we've had so many. I mean, say this is an Old Firm game. Say this is Europa League, you know, Frankfurt. Like, people always going about that Ryan Kent chance, right? And again, he should have scored it, but I mean, I think it was a pretty decent save at the same time. Like, say this is a Europa League final, or a cup final, or just an important league game. You know, 0-0 or 1-1, or we're getting beat, we need that goal. You make it a 1-1 draw or 2 each draw or whatever, and he does this. I mean, honestly, what happens? I need to know what would have happened, because it's kind of scary to think how badly this could have messed up our Scottish Cup chances, man. Because say this is at 0-0, you know, say this knocks you out, it's like, damn. But I just hope for Fabio Silva's sake that it doesn't come out that he actually dived. But again, he's not going to admit to it. I mean, I think Fabio Silva's going to... For Fabio Silva to turn around this loan spell that he's had at the club, it's going to probably take something drastic. He's going to need to completely and utterly... He's going to need to tear it up, man. He's probably going to need to score, like, you know, a brace in every game and fire us to a treble. Because everyone is pretty much saying that he's played shite for months. And that we need to be forgiven towards other players that come into the team. Because Fabio Silva, for whatever reason, I mean, he probably has it in his contract, right? He has to play X amount of games for Rangers, which I get it, right? He made the move at the end of the day for game time because Wolves wasn't giving him. And I think for a long period of time, we were like, we could get Fabio Silva in, potentially on a free. This guy's wages would near enough cripple us in the summer. There's better options out there. Here, we went for a risk. We went for a young bit of talent that was worth something. Wolves saw a lot of potential in him. This guy could have very easily, in a different, you know, seeing a different universe, a different timeline, this guy could have very easily hit the Premier League by storm, but it just didn't work. And we've seen him now against the likes of Ross County, against the likes of Dundee, against, you know, other teams in previous games, just fail. And there's a lot of players in this Rangers team that have failed as well, but, like, if the guy can't cut it for us, and he's like easily one of the worst performances. It's not like he's just getting dragged down by the rest of the team. Like, you just got to feel like this guy's career in the Premier League is probably done. You could see Fabio Silva definitely going back to like a sport, not a Sporting Lisbon, like a Braga, you know, like a Victoria sort of team in Portugal. But he needs to cut the play acting out. But then again, they love it over there, don't they, troops? They absolutely love that sort of stuff over in Spain and Portugal. But that's where we're going to leave this video. Chris Sutton getting stuck in. He can't resist one of these wee jibes towards these Rangers players. But again, you know, his diving in the Old Firm was despicable, and I hate the rolling about. I hate the play acting. I don't care if it's one of my own players or an opposition or a rival. I will call it. I will call it out, man. But yeah, that is where we're going to leave this video behind. And leave your thoughts down below. We'll be back very soon with more content here on Fog Football. But yes, what a weekend it was. Scottish Cup action, man. You can't miss it. Till next time. Peace. Oh, hell yeah.